Hi everyone, it's Nadia from YARNutopia. Today we are making this sweet dream bonnet. This is such a simple, quick project. Oh, I have an end I need to sew in. But I just wanted to show this project real quick. It's a very fast, simple project for a baby size 3 to 6 month old. And this bonnet is just super simple. I can't wait to make it with you today. This is the Sweet Dream bonnet that will actually match the Sweet Dream romper that we made a little while ago. This pattern for the Sweet Dream romper is on my website, YARNutopia.com, and so this Sweet Dream bonnet will match with this sleeper. So it's super cute. This is actually part of my son Nasser's Halloween costume, so I'm making the pieces together. So you can check out the Sweet Dream romper on YARNutopia.com, but today we are going to do this tutorial on the Sweet Dream bonnet, and the supplies you're going to need, I'm using Red Heart Super Saver yarn. I used the rest of my scraps of this color, which is Aran, but I have the label here on a different yarn. This one is just white. You can use whatever color you want. It's just Red Heart Super Saver. This is similar to a double knitting yarn. It is worsted weight. It's a size 4 medium yarn, so it's just an acrylic yarn, very economical, and you can see there, size 4 medium acrylic. Okay, so I used the color Aran, but you can use any color you want. You're also going to need small enough buttons that will fit between your stitches, or otherwise you can make buttonholes on yours, but I did not make any buttonholes. They just fit between my stitches here, just stretching my stitches apart here, right here, and just fitting them through, just like that. So you can get 2 buttons that we will use, and then you're also going to need an H size crochet hook, which is 5 millimeters. So this fancy hook I got from the Etsy shop Would Be Fancy. It is hand carved, ergonomic, wooden handled crochet hook. Your hook is fixed inside there. If you're right-handed or left-handed, they're universal. They're just wonderfully lightweight, and I just love working with these crochet hooks. I promote them in all of my video tutorials. I love them so much. So check out Would Be Fancy on Etsy and you can get your crochet hooks from there. But I'm using an H size crochet hook in this project. You're also going to need a scissors and a yarn needle to cut your yarn and sew in your ends. So these are all the supplies you're going to need: a scissors, yarn needle, crochet hook, 2 buttons, and some yarn. Very simple today. So this bonnet is very quick and easy. It will fit a 3 to 6 month old baby. It's going to fit my baby. And we just are wrapping this around here and going to be, actually my buttons go to the inside, so and it's adjustable with this strap. So we're buttoning this just like this, and then he can wear it. My son, Nasser, can wear this. Your baby can wear this, or if you know somebody with a baby, they can wear this. Super cute. Just keep them warm in the winter. I love this piece so much. So I have to say a big thank you to Red Heart Yarns, Yarnspirations, for providing this yarn today. You can get this yarn at yarnspirations.com. I will have the link in the description of this video. Also, a big thank you to my dad, Fuad, Azmat, for taking the time to make this video with us. He is the videographer, he's the editor, he's the photographer for all of YARNutopia's photos and videos. And big thank you to you for watching. Before we begin, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and now we can get started and make the Sweet Dream bonnet. Let's start with a slip knot. So put your short end over your long end, then fold this down and pull your long end through and pull tight. There's your slip knot. Insert your hook and we can start. We're going to start off by chaining 2, so yarn over and pull through 1 and 2. And if you wanted to start with a magic ring, you can, but we're going to work into this second chain right here, and we're going to make 9 half double crochets in there. So yarn over, go into that chain right here next to the slip knot, yarn over and pull that through, and then yarn over and pull through all 3 of the loops on your hook. That is a half double crochet. So you have to make 9 of those in that same chain. So yarn over, go back into that chain, yarn over and pull through, and then yarn over and pull through all 3 of the loops. So there's our second one. Here's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And as you can see, I worked in a circular motion, circular form here. So now what we're going to do, you can count back 9 and slip stitch to the very first half double crochet stitch right here. Just go into that stitch, yarn over, pull through, and pull through the loop on your hook, pull tight, and that was round 1. Going on to round 2, we are going to chain 1, so yarn over, pull through, and we are going to turn our work around. Okay, just like this. And now we are going to work in each stitch around, so you can see the stitches. Here's this is going to be our first stitch here, second stitch, third stitch. So we're going to work into this first stitch here. We're going to put 2 half double crochets in each stitch around. So yarn over, go into that first stitch there. Okay, then yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. Okay, again, yarn over, go back into that same stitch, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. So there's 2 half double crochets in that first stitch. So yarn over, go into the next stitch, okay, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all 3, yarn over, go back into the same stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all 3. Okay, so we're going to put 2 half double crochets into each stitch around, and at the end of round 2 you'll have 18 half double crochets. So I'll do that, and then we'll go on to round 3. Alright, so my last stitch is right here. So if you need to count all of your stitches, and if you only have 16 stitches, make sure to work into this stitch. You can see that our slip stitch is in that stitch. Right here is our slip stitch from the previous round. So now we still have to go into this stitch to make our last 2 stitches. So just make sure that you have your 18 half double crochets at the end of this round. And then what we're going to do is slip stitch to the first half double crochet. So ignore this chain 1. This is our chain 1 right here. We're going to ignore that. We're going to go into the stitch, the first half double crochet stitch right there. Yarn over, pull through, and through. Okay, and then chain 1 and turn your work around, and we are going to increase again. Let's put 2 half double crochets in the first stitch and then 1 half double crochet in the next stitch, and alternate that all the way around. So yarn over, go into this first stitch right here, make 2 half double crochets, 1 and 2 in that same stitch. Then we're going to just put 1 half double crochet into the next stitch. Okay, and then alternate that. So put 2 half double crochets in the next stitch, 1 and 2, and then 1 half double crochet in the next stitch. Okay, so we're just going to repeat that sequence all the way around. And at the end of round 3, you'll have 27 half double crochets. So I'll do that, and then I'll come back and we'll go on to round 4. Alright, my last stitch has to go in this stitch right here. You can see my slip stitch into this stitch right there. I still need to put 1 half double crochet in there, and now I have my 27 stitches. So now we're going to slip stitch to the first half double crochet stitch right here. So again, you can see your chain 1 right there. We're going to go into the half double crochet stitch right here and just go in, yarn over, pull through, and pull through. And that was round 3, 27 stitches around. So it's just a little circle. We have to increase again, so let's chain 1 and turn our work around. And we are going to increase by putting 2 half double crochets in the first stitch. So 1 and 2. And then we're just going to put 1 half double crochet in each of these next 2 stitches. So just put 1 in this stitch here and 1 in this stitch here. Okay, and then just repeat that whole sequence all the way around. So 2 half double crochets in this next stitch, and then 1 half double crochet in each of these next 2 stitches. So 1 and 1. Okay, so there's 2 in that one, and then 1 here and 1 here. So we're going to put 2 in this next one, and then 1 in this one, and 1 in this one. Then 2 in the next, 1 and 1. 2, 1, 1. And just do that all the way around. And then at the end of round 4, you'll have 36 half double crochets. So I'll do that, and then I'll come back and we'll go on to round 5. Alright, you'll end round 4 with a half double crochet in each of these last 2 stitches here, just like that. And then we're going to slip stitch to the first half double crochet stitch right here. Then we can go up to round 5 next. We are going to chain 1 and turn our work around. And we are going to work 2 half double crochets in the first stitch to increase again here. 2 half double crochets in that first stitch there, and then 1 half double crochet in each of these next 3 stitches for this round. So 1, 1, and 1. Okay, and we're just going to repeat that sequence then all the way around. So put 2 half double crochets in the next stitch, 1 and 2. Okay, those both are in that one stitch. And then put 1 half double crochet in each of these next 3 stitches. So 1, 1, and 1. And repeat. 2 in the next, then 1 in the next 3 stitches. So do that around all the way around. You'll have 45 half double crochets at the end of round 5. I'll do that, and then I'll come back. We'll go on to round 6 next. Alright, just finishing up round 5, I have my 45 stitches. We're going to slip stitch to the first half double crochet stitch right here. Just go in, yarn over, pull through, and through. Chain 1 and turn your work around. Our last increase round right here, we're going to put 2 half double crochets in this first stitch. 1 and 2. And then 1 half double crochet in the next 4 stitches. So just put 1 here, 1 here, 1 in here, and 1 in here. And just repeat that then all the way around. So 2 in this next one. So 1 and go back in, 2, and then 1 in the next 4. So there's our first one, our second one, our third one, and fourth. Okay, and just repeat that all the way around. So 2 in the next, and then 1 in the next 4. And we're going to do that all the way around, and at the end of round 6 you will have 54 half double crochet stitches. So we'll do that, and then we'll go on to the next step after this. Alright, I have 54 stitches around, so now we're going to slip stitch to the very first half double crochet right here. So go in, yarn over, pull through, and through. And now at this point we are done increasing. So this is what your circle should look like so far. So now we are going to make the sides of the bonnet. So what we're going to do is chain 1, and you can turn your work or you don't have to. I'm going to. And we are going to half double crochet into 48 stitches. So yarn over, go into this next stitch right here, yarn over, pull through, yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. Okay, so there's 1. Next stitch, we're just putting 1 half double crochet into 48 stitches. So I'll do that, and then once I've done that, I will come back and we'll go on to the next row. Alright, so you're going to leave the last 6 stitches unworked. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, those are the last 6 stitches being unworked, and you worked in 48 stitches here. So now this is considered row 7 of the pattern, and if you're following along with the written instructions on YARNutopia.com, so this is considered row 7. So we're going to go into row 8 now. We're going to chain 1 and turn the work around. And we are just going to half double crochet into each of these half double crochet stitches on this row. So that should be 48 half double crochets. And we're basically just making the side now of our bonnet. and we are going to do this until we hit row 17. So you will have 11 rows total of the sides. So this is row 8 now, and then once we get to the very end of this row, we're going to just chain 1 and turn our work just like I showed you at this point here, and then just half double crochet across, then chain 1 and turn your work and half double crochet across, and that there will be 48 stitches on each of these rows. And I'm on row 8 now, so I'll do that until I finish row 17, and when I'm done with row 17 I will come back and show you what to do next. Alright, I just finished row 17 of this bonnet, and I chained 1 here. I'm going to pull this out here so you can see what your work should look like. So that we just did rows 7 to 17 here and created the sides of our bonnet. So it's looking really good so far. So now I just need to make little like straps to kind of, we're going to button this under the chin here. So what we're going to do not fasten off. You can see I just chained 1 here. And what we're going to do is work down this side. And what we're going to do is count 8 rows. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 right here. If you need to mark this row, you can, but what we're going to do is half double crochet down to these 8 rows here, and I'm going to evenly distribute 10 stitches across. So you'll see wherever your hook fits down this side basically is where you should put your stitches. So yarn over, I'm just gonna stick my hook right in here wherever it fits, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all 3. So there's 1, here's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And let me see if I got 8 rows there. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, right on that 8th row right there. So that's where we want to have 10 stitches down. And now what we're going to do is work in these 10 stitches, and we are going to make a total of 8 rows. So let's chain 1 and turn our work around. And working in these 10 stitches only, we are going to half double crochet across. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so then chain 1, turn your work around, and now going on to row 3, we're doing the same thing. Half double crochet across, then chain 1, turn your work, half double crochet across, and we're going to do that for 8 rows total. So I'll do that and then I'll show you what to do next. Alright, you can see I just finished row 8 here, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. At this point we can fasten this part off, so chain 1 and grab your scissors, wherever those are, and cut your yarn. Pull that all the way through and pull tight. Grab your yarn needle. Yarn your needle with that strand and sew that in underneath your stitches. Okay, and then we just have to do the other side exactly like this side. So I'll show you where to start. Just sew that in just like that. Cut any extra. Okay, so now you can see this is what your work should look like. Okay, one side's done. So now we have to do the other side here. So what we're going to do is look at our work this way, and we're going to count 8 rows in. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right here I'm going to attach my hook into the side of that stitch, and I'm going to hook on my yarn. Just hook it on your hook and pull it through just like that. Okay, and then chain 1, and we are going to half double crochet 10 stitches to the end here. So yarn over, go into that same spot, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. So there's 1, I'll go right here, 2, go right here, 3, 4, 5. You can see I'm crocheting over the top of this strand because that is my short strand that is attached, or that we started with, so I'm just going to sew that in as we go. Don't have to sew it in later. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here's 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, and I'm going to cut that little short strand, and then we're just going to do exactly what we did on this side for this side. So chain 1, turn your work, and half double crochet across, and chain 1, turn your work, half double crochet across, and we're just doing that for 8 rows total. Once I finish that, I'll come back and show you what to do next. Alright, when you finish, just chain 1 and cut your yarn, pull it through that chain 1 and pull tight, and again you can sew in that end. Now I just want to show you how to add buttons because we are going to have this be a button closure. So I've added 1 button already. You want to add 2 buttons and make sure they're small enough buttons that will fit between your stitches, just like this. Okay, so they're small enough buttons to fit between your stitches, and I have 2 of these little plastic buttons here. So I'm just going to get my yarn and just sew them on. So I'm just going to show you one, and you can do both. I just sewed one on off camera, and so just line them up, and I yarned my needle with my yarn, and we're just going to go through the back. Now you want the buttons to be on the inside. As you can see, this is our hood. Okay, our bonnet, the inside, because I want it to button toward the inside. Now that's personal preference. You can have it button on the outside if you want it to, but I want mine to be buttoned toward the inside. So I'm going to put it on the inside of the hood, and then I'm going to cut this yarn, flip this over, tie these 2 strands in a knot, and then I'm just going to sew these ends in. Okay, so I'm just going to take my yarn needle, yarn my needle with these 2 strands, and then just go in. I showed you earlier how to sew in some ends, so you just sew them in just like that, and go back and forth. Okay, just like that. Very simple. And I just have 1 strand here to sew in real quick, but there it is. The Sweet Dream bonnet is complete. Don't forget that this bonnet can match the Sweet Dream romper that I have on my website, YARNutopia.com, as well. So you can have a sleeper and a bonnet all together. And this is adjustable because these buttons fit through the stitches, so you can make it go as tight as you need to or as loose around the neck, and you can just fit them between the stitches here. Okay, just like that, and like that. Okay, and that's how it looks. Awesome! There it is! So simple and easy. Thank you so much for watching and learning how to make this project. Big thank you to Red Heart Yarns for providing the yarn for this project. This is Red Heart Super Saver yarn. Very soft and affordable, economical. I really love it. Big thank you to my dad, Fuad Azmat, who's over my shoulder, who is filming this tutorial, editing it, and posting it up on YouTube for everyone to watch. And big thank you to you for watching. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, and until next time, happy hooking!